Two familiar silhouettes, a tropical backdrop, and a quiet kind of closeness that has sent the internet into overdrive. But here's the real question. Are we looking at a private romance, or a perfectly ordinary moment that the online world is turning into a headline? Stay with CNNEWS, because we're breaking this down calmly, respectfully, and with the details that actually matter. Welcome back to CNNEWS, where we cover trending celebrity stories with clarity, care, and context. Today's topic, reports of secret holiday photos said to feature Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei, sparking fresh speculation about whether they're now a real-life couple. Before we begin, nothing in this story is officially confirmed. We'll treat it as what it is right now, online discussion based on unverified images. What first appeared online was not a dramatic announcement, nor a clear statement of fact. Instead, it was something far more powerful in the digital age. A handful of images, quietly circulated, reportedly showing two individuals resembling Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei in what looked like a relaxed holiday setting. The photographs themselves were not definitive. Faces were partially obscured, angles imperfect, details open to interpretation. Yet the atmosphere they conveyed mattered more than technical clarity. The figures appeared at ease, unguarded, walking side by side in a way that felt unhurried and natural. For many viewers, this sense of calm intimacy was what sparked attention, not any single visual detail. Crucially, the images were said to originate from an anonymous source. This immediately placed the story in a grey zone, neither officially credible nor easily dismissible. In celebrity culture, anonymity often fuels speculation because it suggests proximity without accountability. The result is a narrative suspended between possibility and uncertainty. What emerged was not proof, but a prompt, a visual question rather than an answer. Were these two public figures sharing private time, or were viewers projecting familiar faces onto an ordinary scene? The images themselves did not resolve this. Instead, they invited interpretation, encouraging audiences to fill in the gaps with their own expectations, emotions, and prior knowledge of the two stars. In many ways, what surfaced was less about the photographs and more about the space they created, a space where imagination, curiosity, and affection could quietly take hold. This story did not spread rapidly because it was loud or shocking. It spread because it was emotionally efficient. It required very little explanation, yet it activated something many viewers already carried with them. Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei are not unfamiliar names. Their past on-screen collaboration left a lasting impression, particularly because it felt sincere rather than performative. When an audience has already invested emotionally, new information, even ambiguous information, does not arrive in isolation. It lands on fertile ground. Another reason for the speed of circulation lies in the story's balance between restraint and suggestion. There was no explicit claim, no forced narrative. Instead, viewers were offered fragments. This invited participation. People did not merely consume the story, they completed it themselves. They discussed it, debated it, and reshaped it through conversation. Timing also played a role. In an environment where celebrity news often feels repetitive or overly manufactured, something that appears unplanned, even accidental, feels refreshing. The idea that something private might have surfaced organically gives audiences the sense that they are witnessing a genuine moment, not a public relations exercise. Finally, silence amplified momentum. The absence of immediate clarification allowed speculation to grow uninterrupted. In digital culture, unanswered questions travel faster than confirmed facts. This story spread not because it declared something new, but because it asked something familiar in a slightly different way. What if this time? There is more beneath the surface. One of the most compelling elements of this story is not the images themselves, but what surrounded them. In the days leading up to the discussion, both Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei shared personal social media posts that appeared calm, reflective, and quietly emotive. A sunset, a shoreline, simple words expressing contentment. On their own, these posts would have drawn little attention. Such images are common, almost universal, yet context changes meaning. When viewed alongside the alleged holiday photographs, these posts became what many describe as breadcrumbs, small details retrospectively interpreted as hints. This phenomenon reveals more about audience psychology than about the individuals involved. Viewers naturally seek patterns. When two separate narratives appear to align in time and tone, the human mind connects them, even when the connection is unproven. Importantly, this does not mean the posts were intentional signals. Social media often reflects mood rather than message. A peaceful caption may simply indicate rest, reflection, or gratitude. However, once a rumor exists, even neutrality becomes expressive. What makes these breadcrumbs effective is their emotional subtlety. They are not provocative. They do not demand interpretation. Instead, they allow it. Audiences feel they are discovering something quietly meaningful rather than being told what to believe. This is why such moments linger. They do not overwhelm. They invite. And in doing so, they keep the conversation alive without ever crossing into certainty. When emotion meets ambiguity, it is easy to lean towards extremes. Yet the most responsible way to view this situation is to acknowledge multiple plausible explanations, none of which require sensational conclusions. The first possibility is that there is indeed a personal relationship developing. If so, discretion would be expected. For public figures of this stature, privacy is not secrecy. It is self-preservation. Choosing silence would not be unusual nor misleading. The second possibility is simpler: companionship without romance. Shared holidays do not automatically imply intimacy. Friends, colleagues, or mutual acquaintances often travel together, especially after demanding work schedules. A single moment, removed from its wider context, can appear more significant than it truly is. The third possibility is misidentification entirely. Similar physiques, familiar styling, and a popular resort location can easily create convincing illusions. Once an assumption gains traction online, it can become remarkably difficult to reverse, even if it began with an error. What matters is not choosing one explanation prematurely, but recognizing that uncertainty is not a flaw. It is an honest reflection of what is known and what is not. Mature audiences often understand that reality is rarely binary. Sometimes, restraint is the most accurate conclusion available. Now I'd like to hear from you. Do these alleged holiday photos feel like genuine couple energy to you? Or does it look more like a normal private moment being magnified online? If you enjoyed this calmer, more thoughtful breakdown, please subscribe to CNNEWS, give this video a like, and share it with someone who follows CNT updates. Thank you for watching, and remember, we'll keep bringing you the latest stories with respect, context, and clarity. See you in the next video.